You see a little hop in the step after a bye week?
Yeah, you know, the rest was much needed, and you know, got to get a little head start on Stanford, which was nice. You know, it's just all about how we come out and prepare this week, though. So, you know, I'm glad everybody got to rest their bodies and you know, just get a little time away. But you know, it's time to get back to it. So.
As the starting quarterback, do you get a chance to actually rest at all? Over
Yeah, no, the coaches did a great job of letting us get some time. You know, they didn't make a lot of stuff, you know, that's going to be physically tolling or, you know, extra film and all that stuff. You know, we pretty much did the same stuff that we would do, you know, just minus a lot of the hard practices. So it was good just for our bodies to rest and while still getting a head start with the film breakdown and game plan stuff. So it's you know, feel prepared, but also feel good. So it was a great bye week.
Now you've had a week plus to look at Stanford. What sticks out about you about their secondary?
You know, they're all just disciplined. You know, they're really good with their eyes. You know, they don't really give up too many big plays, and they're just going to be, you know, just doing what they're coached to do, honestly. And that's kind of what great defenses do if you have good coaches, in which they do. So it's going to be a challenge for us to how well can we out-execute them and do our job better than they do.
It's not often that a defensive tackle leads a team in tackles and has 73 tackles.
Yeah, he's a heck of a player.
What stands out to you about how he kind of collapses the box?
You know, he's just physical. You know, he's big. He's like the definition of Stanford. He's big, he's physical, and usually, you know, makes the right smart play. You know, so he's going to be a great challenge, you know, for our line to handle, and you know, just try to see how many plays we can get by him.
Coach and Pat yesterday were praising your decision making late in the season. Are you feeling improvements with how you're operating the offense and decision making even this late in the year?
Yeah, it's a day-by-day process. You know, every time I get a chance to learn from a mistake, I really try to put emphasis on it. You know, you guys have seen it throughout the whole year, having to learn the hard way and stuff like that in games and stuff like that. So it's trying to just figure out a way to make those not happen again. And it's been a really great challenge for me it's, you know, not just to learn the game better, but to mature, you know, to figuring out how to use my time and, you know, when we're away from the stadium and stuff like that, you know. So it's been a great challenge for me, and I feel like I've really grown as a person and, you know, making steps in the right direction to where I want to go and help, and, you know, where I think I could help take this program. So it's, you know, I appreciate their praise a lot, and I'm really happy that they noticed, and, you know, I just got to keep that going, though. You know, we still have 2 opportunities to get a 3rd one. So.
Have you been able to enjoy this process at all? Kind of your maturation this season?
Oh, of course. You know, trust me, there's been lows of the lows now, but we're still out here playing football, and I get to be with my best friends, you know, and with coaches that genuinely care about me and our team and my teammates, and it's a great opportunity. It's a true blessing, honestly. It's hard to not love to be out here, whether you're 0-10 or 10-0. You know, it's, you know, I'm sure it's a little bit more fun to be 10-0, but it's, you know, it's still, I'm doing what I get to. I'm doing what I want to do every single day. You know, and that's just I'm kind of living the dream, my dream at least. So I'm having a great time.
How are you guys handling this week? You guys have been so good at kind of being in the moment, but you have a rivalry game. It's a chance to go to a bowl. There's a lot into this week. How are you guys kind of compartmentalizing it?
Yeah, you know, I kind of just look back to the USC game. We kind of, you know, at least for myself, just maybe blew it a little out of proportion. You know, just not, you know, it's the same for us. You know, it's a football team that we have to go out and line up against, and how well can we execute? It's not. You know, I know the axe is on the line. I know we haven't won in a while. All that stuff is, you know, it's great, and it's a great opportunity. It makes it, you know, better for the fans and stuff. But for us, it's the same old, and that's how we're going to try to treat it, and just make sure that we're ready to go.
How did you guys just psych yourselves out before that USC
No, we didn't.
game,
I wouldn't say psyched ourselves out. I just think, just maybe. Folk was maybe thinking about some of the wrong things in terms of, you know, oh, you know, we haven't beat these guys in so long and all that stuff. That doesn't matter. We weren't on those teams for the most part, you know. And you know, we have an opportunity in front of us today, and like, you know, on Saturday we will. So it's going to be how well can we stay in that moment and focus on our job. So.
How aware of a big game of this rivalry were you in Washington? Was this something that was on your radar?
No, not really, to be honest. You know, everyone has a rivalry. You know, and as soon as I got here, I didn't realize how big it was. And then the first one I got to watch was when we were at Stanford 2 years ago, and I got to see, like, you know, people really do care about you know, this rivalry out here as fans and stuff like that. And it's awesome. It makes it, you know, the stadium more electric. It makes you know, just everything better, more fun. So it's I'm excited to get you know, my first crack at it and just, you know, see what we can do.
Our Stanford writers doing something on Bryce Love, kind of replacing Christian McCaffrey and everything that goes into that. You've had to replace 2 draft picks in a row. Does that make your job any more difficult coming after 2 guys like that?
No. I mean, I could see people would think, you know, if you could, you know, oh, you know, it's so tough coming behind those 2 guys because they did such great things, and that's awesome. You know, but I know that I'm not those 2 guys, and I know that, you know, whatever I do is going to be how I'm remembered, and that's not, they don't affect anything. I'm more thankful that I got to sit behind those 2 guys because I had 2 great examples, and just tried to learn as much as I could from them and apply it, you know, all the stuff that I liked or didn't like, apply it to my game and how I handle the team and being a leader or whatever the case is. So, you know, it never discouraged in being behind great players. You know, if anything, it just makes me excited to be, you know, trying to get to their level, you know, and have that opportunity. So,
do you ever think about that? There is a pretty nice legacy of Cal quarterbacks. Do you think about kind of being the next in the line of that group?
It's more. I don't so much more think about it. More of, you know, it's kind of a dream. You know, to be in the discussion of an Aaron Rodgers or a Jared Goff, and you know, it'd be a true blessing. But I know that comes with a lot of work. And that's all I've been trying to do, and just trying to get myself in a position where I can make a play here or there that could help me get to that level, because it's all just stacking good plays on top of good plays. So, you know, that's kind of a dream of mine, and I'm just trying to work towards that. But, you know, I'm not really thinking about that on the regular. You know, I got to be as good as him. You know, that'll, you know, you go mentally insane thinking about that. So. It's all good.
Are there any specifics that you took from Davis and Jared that you do use?
Yeah, I use you know, there's not too many things that I, you know, will try to implement just because that's their personal style. But I saw, you know, some things out of Jared that I really liked. I saw some things out of Davis that I really liked, and you know, just try to make sure that, you know, whether it was me sitting in the meeting or watching them from a distance and saying, well, you know, I really like that, or I gained respect for them by watching that or whatever. You know, just trying to make sure I have a moment like that. You know, with my teammates and stuff like that. So, you know, that's kind of the big takeaway that I learned from them. You know, they, you know, they let their work and their play demand respect. So it's kind of something that I've been trying to do.
I've been around a bunch of teams that say offensive execution or management, and I hear you guys say operation. You're operating the offense. Do you know where that started? I've heard all of you guys pair it, and I can't get to the bottom of where that started.
Yeah, I mean,
you can take credit if you want.
No, it's not me at all. No, it's not. No, trust me. It's, if anything, it's our coaches. You know, it's they really believe in you know, this offense, and as they should. It's, you know, when we do our job and operate, it works. You know, like you guys have seen, you know, we've been, I don't know how, you know, how many games, but the last couple of games we've been playing pretty well and can move the ball when we want to. It's just when we don't do well, we stall ourselves out, whether it's an interception or a fumble or, you know, whatever the case was, you know. So it's just making sure we operate and knowing how to operate, you know. And you know, a big thing with us is just knowing is half the battle, you know what I mean? So then that comes with the whole week of preparation, and you know, we take pride in that, and that's something that we really put an emphasis on. So.
Good stuff. Thanks, Russ.
Appreciate it, guys.
Now selfie time, right?
Yeah.